Yamaha HS8 Studio Unboxing. I'm being a little sarcastic with my energy right now because this is mainly for YouTube, and that may or may not have been a dig at the hundreds and hundreds of videos that look like you've drinking so much coffee. Like, why can't you just talk normal? I get the high energy and excitement and optimism and all that, but holy crap, a kazoo for everyone. Anyway, welcome to what I am just going with, and I gotta be honest, I think is going to be the most convoluted unboxing I've done yet, and probably why I've hesitated to do it, and it makes no sense, but this thing is massive, and I don't know how I'm going to do this, in all honesty with you, so I really hope you appreciate it, because I've been sitting on this for a while, probably because my team isn't here, this isn't in a garage or something with a bench, and I'm literally in an office chair with... I don't know how I'm going to get this on the screen, but maybe that's more entertaining for you. It's the Yamaha HS8 powered studio monitor, and I got a second one. I didn't do an unboxing for the first one, so I wanted to make this good, and now I think I remember why I didn't do it, because I don't really do unboxings. They're kind of a pain, but they are fun. I love watching them. And I almost swore this off and wasn't going to do it, and there's actually more to the left and right of me of what you should have when you get this, including the audio interface I'm staring at here. But they're so fun to watch and informative. So if you're looking for one, I hope you see this and you're like, you know what? You help me buy it. Make the decision. And that would just like make my day, because honestly, I enjoy interviewing well-known authors and experts, and it's a lot easier. I don't need to deal with physical stuff, but I'm not giving up just yet or decommitting. I think if I had the space, and I think the space is the biggest issue, and my team was filming, I could actually have some fun with it, because even right now when I opened the box, because my only way to get this on camera is I'm going to have to turn it sideways and slip it out. There's no other way without not breaking everything else. I opened this and I was like, this would be a really cool shot leaning over it, opening this stupid thing. But I want to let you know I really do have it. Kind of excited just to be able to hook the stupid thing up. Yamaha HS8, they are phenomenal studio monitors. I'm looking at the one that's hooked up now. I almost just brought that one over, but I'm like, I think that would jack up the whole system because I'm unplugging it. So bear with me, and the only way I'm going to be able to pull this off and give you maximum value is if I pause the video, cue a sponsor, and switch boxes, because it's not all going to fit on the desk. It's still not all going to fit on the desk. This might not be happening. Not with the microphone here. I'm not going to break my entire live stream setup. And I just realized that if this is a YouTube, if you're seeing this on YouTube, I don't think any of y'all live stream anything, because that's what people that are crazy do, like I'm doing right now. Is this working? And I can't move the camera. And my crew's not here to move the other cameras. So I can see it. A mirror would be helpful, or change the orientation on the desk. I also don't want to break it, because this is actually going to be my new one. What's this? Semi-unboxing. Dear God, don't fall. It comes with... Oh, power cord. It's useful. That's real useful. You do need that. I'll get to you in a second. Comes with a manual. Lord knows we're not going to read that. Please stay on the desk. I may have to pause this, or cue a sponsor, or just buy some time. I really wish I could just show you the one that's already out of the box on the desk. maybe... Can you hear me? That bought more room, so I can show you. It's in there. All right, let's see if we can slip it out in the equivalent of sitting. I'm not going to say that. Yeah, there's no way. Hold briefly. Let's do the 60-second, because even that's going to be a miracle. You've heard me say every business needs a book, including yours. And it's true. And that's why you should visit freebusinessbookpublishingcourse.com today to learn the 7 steps to publish and promote your nonfiction lead and profit-generating business book in 8 weeks. But you know what? Don't take my word for it. Take it from a few of my authors, like Lori.
And I went from having an idea and a possibility to actually getting my book published.
Or Catherine.
Thank you for making my mom #1 best-selling author.
Or Mary Alice.
What he got done for me in 3 days regarding my book launch, unmanageable.
John Cody.
I've worked with Mario over the phone and online, and he's been very helpful in getting me where I needed to go with promoting my books.
Rocio.
There's no way in the world I would have been able to do this with somebody else. Again, I've attempted it.
And we're back. And we're back. Mostly. Probably shouldn't be wearing a suit and tie when you're doing this crap either. All right, camera. Forward. That must be the back of it. Oh, yay! They put the cone not facing anything outside. The cone must be here or the opposite side. And I can tell you, because I know what the back of it looks like. Dang it, this camera is so close to making it work. Like, okay, so it's got to be a little off the... That's the heat sink right here. That's not the cone. So, all right, I'm getting better. Let's do this little by little. We're going to lower that. And I'm going to Google the weight of this puppy because I think it's HS8. Nope, that's the 7, HS8 weight. It's got some girth to it. 22 point... This didn't break, did it? Okay, I was saying I just Googled the weight. It's 22.5 pounds, and you can definitely feel it. It's a heavy-duty big boy. Sorry about the mic. Just deal with it. It's gorgeous, though, isn't it? Didn't hit the lights. That's good news. All right, heat sink, right side. Okay, now I'm getting excited again for various reasons because it's actually on my desk and it's nearly usable again. We'll just deal with that. That's better. That's kind of like a... Can you see it? That's the cone. Okay, well, I always thought the unboxings had to be in front of you, but I guess this works. It's working better than I thought, so kind of thrilled about that. Oh my gosh, I get to use it. This is so exciting. I don't know why I hesitated so much. It's probably the work from the video or some internal stuff that I'm now officially over mentally. Either way, very exciting. If you see any of the episodes of my show, you know that this is driving me nuts. That's workable. Oh, and if I spin it a little... Can you still hear me? Probably not. It's an end fire. Okay, Yamaha HS8. Now you're going to be commenting that the audio's trash. God, for YouTube. Can you hear me now? Because I don't want to hit the microphone either. Mic check 1 2. Yep, it's working. So I need to get this a little bit more on camera. You got the heat sink back here. Okay. You got the subwoofer port here. This is where you change the gain, I believe it is. The input, this is where you need the wires. So it comes with the power cord. Ow. Power cord down here somewhere. My gosh. On button is just above it. Well, that's good. I really can't change the camera. Here we go again. All right. Power cord goes here. The button is right there. Above it. You can do different settings, which is cool for high. There's a high trim and room control. And room control, high trim. I'm a lot better at audio engineering than I was when I started the show, but watch like actual audio channels like Music Radio Creative. I really like his. The room control, depending on the room you're in, you can go 0, which is totally flat, -2 dB, which is -2 dB, and then -4 dB. So it comes 0, -2, -4. Okay, so depending on your room, those are going to play a factor, and it's going to do it. What's nice is it does it right out of the box. From what I hear, other ones might be, well, one, they're not as good, just straight up. It's why I got another one of these, and I'm looking forward to getting the subwoofer. They don't have these extra features. It's cheaper for the monitor itself, but then you have to invest in the hardware to be able to do that, which doesn't make sense. Also, if you ever do want to move these, I can't imagine just traveling with them. One of them. Unless you have your own crew in a Escalade ESV, you're not bringing this on the plane comfortably. But if you ever did want to travel with one, again, it's built in. It's less you need to carry. Yeah, 50 pounds of speakers, monitors. And then there's the high trim, +2, 0, +2, 0, and -2. And there's a room control guide here that basically explains what I just told you. This is where the input goes. That's the XLR, and I believe that would be, it's what I have on here. It's a straight plug. And this is the gain. If you don't even need to turn this up. If you have even a moderate level of bass, I keep mine at like 2 or 3, maybe 4. It goes to there's 9 or 10 settings. So this is +4 dB, and that's all the way to -10. You can hear the bass just going from 1 to 2 notches, and it's massive. I've never ran mine full power. I don't know how long you'd get, but like any subwoofer, because yes, this is a studio monitor, but if you study how cameras, speakers work, there's magnets, and they're all basically, they all have some base level. Smaller tweeters in mid-range, they're going to have smaller magnets and have lower frequency. They're going to have less lower frequencies because they're treble, mid-range, and bass. True subwoofers can operate down at the super low bass levels longer, but all of them have limits. And I just suspect if you crank this up all the way, all the time, it's probably going to cause problems down the road. Like any speaker, not saying anything about Yamaha HS8, just saying any speaker on full volume, blasting it all the time, and it's not even designed for that. Just don't. I've left mine on 2 and 3. I may have brought it up to 4 because all you lovely people that when I'm live streaming say, hey, you could be a little bit louder. That's actually more to do with the audio interface, but I turned it up. My point is, when I first got it, it was on 1 or 2, and I was like, this is awesome. I cranked it up, and when I'm enjoying YouTube videos of musics and stuff like that, it is more enjoyable. I've never left it on 7 or 8. And truthfully, these things have so much bass. If you don't get a subwoofer out of the box day one, you'll be fine. I mainly got this for eainterviews.com, my show, and for audio engineering, the levels and different stuff. You want studio monitors. You want a good studio monitor. So flipping this around here, yeah, let's flip it around, and then you can't even see it. Like, hey, I said the most convoluted unboxing in the world. So managing expectations. Can I even... Is this cool? A little bit lower. I need to clear it underneath. I think that might work. So this is all the stuff on the back. Flipping it around, that's the side. It's good, sturdy build. We'll go to the other side. Unveil. I'm going to tip it a little bit. Tip it a little bit the other way. And be careful if you're ever doing videos. This stuff sends the... it screws up the lighting because it's semi-reflective. Look at that, breathing room. Where's this one? This stuff's supposed to be off screen. And that just fell. All right, now time to undress the front. It's gorgeous, isn't it? Ooh. Let's see. It's literally the same as the other one. But this one has the light hitting it, so it looks fresher. Okay, so here's a few things since I've had the first one for a while. There's a light at the bottom there. Obviously, it needs to be plugged in. Get my workout. Guess I'm not going to the gym today. They're really good. I really am excited about this, and I highly recommend the HS8. It's why I got a second one. Wait a second. Nope, exact same. So I'm so used to seeing mine out of the corner of my right eye with the light on because there's power going to it in my studio monitors, and it's how it's looping through. You cannot connect these. Hold on, finish your thought. This is going to be nice to equal these out. This one looks slimmer, and it might be, or it might be an optical illusion of the lighting. It's probably more the lighting. Lighting plays a big role in any video you do, and if you're not trying to master it, at least get above the normal. You'll see what those videos look like, and just lighting plays a big role. You've seen celebrities, the most beautiful people on earth, and they don't have the right lighting, and they look worse than normal pictures everyday people take. But you take someone who's never done a photo shoot in their life, put them in the right lighting with the right camera angles. Wow, you clean up so well. You saying I look like crap the rest of the time? That's a good line. But seriously, I think they're pretty much the same. I doubt that they changed the box, and if they did, it's literally 1/10 of an inch or something. It does look slimmer on the side here, though, I gotta say. Hold on. You know what? I have trained my eye so much for finding minute detail. I think this one is a slightly, I'm talking like a 1/4 of an inch narrower. We got here. It's close if it is. It's like indistinguishably close, but it's either the lighting or... I'm still going to say I think something's... No, it's narrower. It's probably 1/8 of an inch. Please someone look it up and let me know in the comments below, because I have all kinds of stuff going on. I'm still caught it. Totally worth it. Get them. I was kind of on the fence about this. I think because I didn't buy both of them at once. They're not the cheapest ones around, but if you talk to studio producers, they're like, oh, they're very affordable because they're not $5,000 a piece. When you can buy 2 for sub 200, and these are, let's say, more than double that, around that, you know, I don't even want to say how much because depending when you see this video, it's going to fluctuate, but they're not entry level. So I was like, do I get one? And again, when I started the show, I go, do I get one and get the keyboard and microphone and all the other stuff I want? Or do I get 2 of these and use some janky other crap? I chose the first one and got this one at a second point in time. And I did say earlier, if you decide to get a subwoofer, when you get the subwoofer, I'm going to. But again, I've told my clients for years, you don't have to do everything out of the gate. However, if you can, just do it and be done with it, okay? Because it was on my mind and this, that, the other thing. But the reality is, for podcasts, they're mono channel anyhow. And I want you to hear this because I have never seen anyone discussing it. If you're looking to start your show and you're going, you know what, I'm going to upgrade this. You can't go wrong investing in this. But you may have to pull back somewhere else. Thankfully, I didn't at the time. I didn't have to really pull back from getting the other stuff. It was just I didn't want to invest thousands out of the gate just for this when I'm not doing any subwoofing mixing. And there's really no stereo track to be listening. There's stereo sound on my show, but it's still compressed into a mono track. So I go, I really just need the one. I can always get the rest later. Now I've moved into some other stuff, and I go, frankly, for no other reason than I just want to be able to bump some songs. The subwoofer, like, sold right there. I like completing the whole circuit. No pun intended, but when I was designing stuff for my car years ago, I got the amp, 2 subwoofers, 12s, 15, MTX, 2000 watt amp, head unit, tweets, mid, bass, whatever. In that scenario, you need it all to start. But if you're going, you know what, because here's my story, and I thought it was going to be like $100, $150. I go into the store, and I caught one on sale that was $180 for 2 of them. I was all excited, come home, realized they weren't that good. But when you're getting people saying, oh, all you need is a $50 mic to get started, that's true. I think they're closer to a little bit more than that now. But to get started, but is that what you want to grow into? You can always refine websites and pages and graphics, but you can't exactly return this 8 months later, ethically. So I'm like, well, I was still within the 7 or 14 day period. After about a day of seeing this isn't the best one on the market, I go, I got to return this. I took it back and got this because I was more informed. But everyone I had listened to at that point, law of the lid, oh, this will be fine. It will be fine, but I didn't want fine. Everyone does fine. I wanted my standard. I go, I need to get that. Okay, so instead of 2 for $1.50, it was like 1 for 3 times that. Okay, didn't expect that. Well, I'm definitely not buying the whole thing that day, but I got the one, got started, and go, if I love it, I'll get another one. I did. Clearly, I wish I would have done the unboxing on the first one, but I guess you're benefiting from having the knowledge of the use of the second one right out of the box. So, with that being said, we're going to spin this puppy around and pray to God I can finish this in the next 5 minutes. So, here's that again. Here's the back end. Can you see the port? You can. Good. You're going to need wires. It comes with the power cord. It's in there. It does not come with wires. Get Megami Gold. Again, do it right the first time. Dad taught me this. You don't have to go back and do it again. Okay? Don't buy cheap just because it fits, because then you're stuck with it. If you can only get one at a time, get one at a time, because you're going to need these. And these cost as much as one low-end speaker, depending on the length you get. But they're worth it. You can zoom in here. I have Mogami on every part of the signal chain. You're going to need an audio face also. You can't just plug these into the computer, let alone... So even if you got this and the monitor, there's that jack port. You can't just plug it in 10 feet. So I think that it comes in 3, 6, 10, 25, 50. I got a little bit longer, but even if it is cheaper per foot to get 20 or 30 feet, if you don't need it, it's just going to be a lot of wires hanging around. Okay? So I spent a little extra, invested it, but I didn't want it. I almost got 15 because it was literally $3 difference, but for the sake of keeping it clean and tight, I didn't. So do what's best for you. I don't know your setup without talking, but if you want to, happy to. Mogami Gold. You're going to need those, and you're going to need the audio interface. You cannot take this straight to the computer, and it's definitely not USB, which is a good thing. It's going to be a bigger investment up front. It's going to be much higher quality for you and your listeners the whole way through. I wouldn't even do it. I'd get XLR if you want it to be professional. I'll behave. That's not what this is about, but I think there's just a lot of people going, oh, you know, all you need is this, all you need is that. All you need is to not do it, not try, and, you know, lie around all the time. You'll be fine. It'll be okay. I don't think that's why you're here. If you're watching my channel, that's not what you're striving for, because I sure as heck am not. It will be fine. I don't advise it. Get XLR, get the stuff done right. Moreover, now I know even more. There are monitors that are thousands a piece. They are better. When we record audiobooks in studio, we have a $4,000 microphone and all kinds of stuff, multiple sets of monitors for multiple ranges. But when you're doing an audiobook and you want to have emotion, or you're singing a song, you need to be able to grab all of that and have it be clear. If all you're doing is listening and talking and it's less of a dynamic range, you probably don't need a $4,000 mic or $8,000 studio monitors and a Neve mixer and all kinds of stuff out of the gate. If that's where you're at, run with it. You probably know more than I do. But realize there's different levels, because I thought getting the Focusrite Scarlet, which I'm now looking forward to getting the Claret, I thought that was a jump up, because some people go, you don't even need that. So I'm like, yeah, I'm at the top, because that's all I knew. Now I know more. I realize there's the Claret line. And but then I talked to my audio engineer for the audiobooks in the studio, and he's using the... This is going to need to be edited. Here it is. Universal Audio Apollo Twin. So now you go from, you don't need a $200 audio interface to, you need a $200 to $400 audio face to, no, $200 to $300. But that's not even the best one. The Claret Plus would be, and then you get someone, you know, this thing's $1,000 or $1,200. And then I hear from someone else, they're like, oh, that's for those in-home studio producers. Those aren't the real things. Well, I don't know anyone that's been like, yeah, you need a $50,000 console to make a podcast or start a YouTube channel. You do not. But don't get stuck in startup mode. So I'm throwing out a few things here so that way, I don't know if I'm supposed to be, but this is mine. And if you're looking at this, if you're checking any of this out, you're probably thinking about these other things. And I can't not tell you the truth and over-deliver. Or at least tell you all my experience. And it's not even over-delivering, because maybe you don't even want this. I'm just telling you, there's always ancillaries. When you buy a new car, boat, or house, it's not, you know, how much does it cost? Well, factor in all the other things into it. How much does it cost to start a podcast? How much does it cost to publish a book? Well, you need to cover in this and this. Yeah, but what about the 58 other things that go into it to actually making it happen? not the top 3 things everyone parrots off again. Point is, get the right wires, get the Yamaha HS8, spin it around one more time. Can you see Yamaha? I don't want it falling. Yay. And I don't want to scratch it up either. Yeah, if you drop this on someone or something, something's getting broken. Either their foot, their head, or the desk. I'll lift it up one more time. Most likely. Yeah, when I pulled this out of the box, the other one, I think I returned that first, then got this, but I remember seeing it on the desk, and the other one was only as big as the cone on this. I'm like, oh wow, these are so cool. These are so much better than the 5.7.1 surround sound speakers that I got for a whopping $80 that are just computer speakers. They were high-ish end computer speakers. They're not studio monitors. Most speakers, when you buy them, they're engineered to sound good. They're engineered to sound bright for playback of you're watching a movie, playing a game, watching a YouTube video. These sound so good. Bose, Yamaha home lines, what's the other one? Sonos. Most of those are engineered to just sound great to you the first time listener, the second you plug in. Studio monitors specifically are designed to sound flat with the intent of you're going to be mixing and engineering the sound to sound how you want it to sound. So you put raw audio into it, and you're going to hear every little nook and cranny, hiss, pop, whatever. And that's why some shows, people go, well, it didn't sound that bad in Zoom. I use Zoom all the time. I use this all the time. Well, put on some professional equipment, or arguably, if you're a professional and you're going, this is semi-professional, God bless you. Hope you enjoy your $50,000 console. As far as what you can get off the shelf to start, I would say this is the upper end. The only other one is the Atom. I hear those are really good. They have a ribbon tweeter on the top. That's only the difference. I think this wins out in certain categories. If you need a ribbon tweet, that might win out in other categories. It's another arguable crapshoot. Is this better or that one? I was looking at both. This one, even at the top of the line for the investment, I was like, it seems more affordable because I think those were $600, $700, $800 a piece versus $4 or $5 at the time. Oh, okay. Yeah. So they don't make an 8-inch. The 5-inch is the same. The 5-inch is even more than the 8-inch here. They don't make an 8 in the 7. It's twice as much. Is it twice as better? It could be. It may be. It's the only other one I was considering. You have to do what's right for you, and again, think big picture with this. Did I leave anything out? I did. I have to grab the other box, which means I have to queue something up, which means this thing has to get moved. This bag here, I'll show you in just a second. I'll show you in just a second. Maybe I won't edit this. I don't even care that much. I'm roasting. I'm excited, though, because I wish someone had this for me, because I probably spent 5 or 10 hours watching a bunch of random stuff that was, no one was really talking about this one. It was all the other ones, and they just mention it. And if you want something better, get the Yamaha. Well, why don't you do one? I strictly think it's because most people are trying to do everything cheap. If you're doing this for business or even fun, why would you do it absolutely? Like, invest in the hardware. It's a one-time investment. But I think because this is higher than the entry level, and since it's not studio, But the thing is, I see a lot of music videos, TV shows, and movies where they're recording in a studio, and I see these now because the original, I think they're NS10s, they don't make anymore. And there's only one company that maybe got a license to mimic them from yesteryear. They're Sideways, if you ever see them. But I've seen these in musical artist studios. And I'm like, now generally they have this, another set, and another set. Again, different vocal frequencies, but that's kind of my test. Like, if it works on a Hollywood music film or a Grammy award-winning artist, it's probably going to be okay. Just saying. The only issue is it worth the investment? $100 versus $1,000 times 2 plus 3. That's something worth considering. But if that's not a problem for you, again, you can't return it 8 months later, ethically. Maybe make it up on Facebook Marketplace and then buy a new one. But it's like, Dad always told me do it right the first time and you don't have to go back and do it again. I'm going to cue this and show you the bonus. You've heard me say every business needs a book, including yours. And it's true. And that's why you should visit freebusinessbookpublishingcourse.com today to learn the 7 steps to publish and promote your nonfiction lead and profit-generating business book in 8 weeks. But you know what? Don't take my word for it. Take it from a few of my authors, like Lori.
And I went from having an idea and a possibility to actually getting my book published.
Or Catherine.
Thank you for making my mom #1 best-selling author.
Or Mary Alice.
What he got done for me in 3 days regarding my book launch.
You don't even know how irritated I'm going to be if this audio doesn't work. So when I did the first move, where the heck is it? When I queued the first thing to get that big one on the desk, I had to disconnect my in-ear monitors. And apparently, I never plugged it back in to be able to hear myself now. But the little green boxes are moving around, so I'm just going to assume that all got recorded. You know what? That was actually easier because of how much I'm moving stuff around. Green levels are still going. Okay, so here's the bonus. I have another, I guess this is double, triple unboxing. Rockville RHT8C. Now, again, on my high standard of excellence in doing stuff right the first time, I think you can tell I may have a penchant for fashion and having things look great. Don't know if that's the modeling background or it's just more fun to live, but... Oh, did I unbox that? Well, you can pretend I opened it. You can pretend I opened it. Here. Yay, cutting. Okay, it's now open. Again, there's no way I was fitting this all on the desk. Normal desk. Okay? Whatever you're sitting at, it's about the same. Trust me. Oh, no, don't show that yet. So, I also hate doing this with the 3 monitors. I'm smacking stuff left and right. You got this part, which honestly seems like it should be on the bottom, but I would think the bigger one is the one that should be on the bottom. Oh, I can open these. Yeah, we can unbox these. Let's unbox these. You want to unbox these? That's the pretty side. Oh, there's like some vinyl or leather or something on it. No! Oh, cool. There's like some vinyl or leather on it. I'm not going to do that again, but there's like a coating. It's not just wood. This side seems more wood or composite or something, but there's this size. And there's 2 of them. I'm not going to do all 2 of them. All 2 of them. This has got to be the base then. Because there's little juju pads on the bottom. Footies. Those things you put on door cabinets. So this apparently sits down. This goes on the top. And if you haven't put 2 and 2 together yet, this is the stand. Now this is, yeah. This is the sexy, sexy looking one. Oh, dang it. It's on screen. That was supposed to be off. Anyway. You know they're going to be sitting there in style. What happened here? That doesn't seem 100% flush, but overall it looks good. So you got this on one side. Not sure if I love that, to be honest. Like, I get it. You want to advertise, but I want my name on there if I'm going to be looking at it all day. So I'm probably going to flip these around. And who knows? Maybe I'll silkscreen EA interviews on there. Expert Authority Effect Publishing or something. Because it looks better, and you want to be promoting your brand. Inside of it, there's a bunch of glue and some sticks. But overall, and again, online, these were like, wow, those look pretty. And then when they arrived, I'm like, that thing is as big as the friggin' speaker. And this is exciting for me because this was on my goal list. This was Mario's treat to Mario. This has nothing to do with the show. It's probably not going to help. I can't say that. I can't say it won't help the quality because it will. But I would never say you need this with the expectation you're buying this from a strictly quality standpoint. In my experience, this is just because it looks hot. However, and actually this wouldn't be the quality, having it sit directly on the desk, the studio monitor on the desk, you're going to be picking up room vibration, desk vibration. I said desk, not dust. Not sure what you heard. These aren't even plugged in. You want to compensate for the desk vibration traveling through the same way you get a shock mount on here and a boom arm that's separated to isolate the sound. You can see I can bump into this a fair amount, and it's not like popping the pop filter, plosive filter, whatever. Pop filter sounds cooler. You've seen me bump into it a few times, and it's not like screeching or sounding like a chair or really... It's probably picking up more noise of my hand hitting it than the actual vibration being translated through it. These, I believe, do help mimic this, mitigate the sound, but they also just looks cool. I'd say that's like a 70-30, 80-20 more functionality, but it does add some aesthetic. I'd say this is the complete inverse. If you're getting this, it's just going to look cooler. Because if you put the studio monitor on here, it's still going to translate through the desk and the flooring. Thankfully, I have carpet. But if you don't, I mean, you have... It's just... The whole thing is like a conduit. That's why... I look stupid there. That's why I'm excited for this package. Yay! Sound Addicted. Studio monitor. Isolation pads for 8-inch monitors. The heck is this? I didn't get 20% off. Bonus 20% off coupon. Scan the QR code, enter your email address, and get instantly. Oh, over here. I don't know if you can. Didn't even know that was going to be on there. I might be able to take a picture and gift it to you. I didn't get it. Cool for them. Way to spread the word. SMP pad 8, high density pads for 8-inch monitors, dimensions, weight, width times distance times height, whatever. 10.65 times 13 by 1.8. I should have just let you read it. Or was it over here? Where is it? No, it's over here. Warning, don't put this bag on your kid's head. I was joking. Because people seem to need warnings for stuff like that nowadays, but unfortunately, warning, to avoid in danger of suffocation. To avoid in danger of suffocation. To have my editors check that out, but besides that, keep this plastic bag away from babies and children. I said kids. Do not use this bag in cribs, beds, carriages, or playpens. This bag is not a toy. Really? God bless society. Okay, can you see me? Am I still on screen? Because this thing's floating around in the back. I'm kind of curious, and I'm sure you are too. It's got pictures on it. Love pictures. And I guess this would be an unboxing, even though it's unbagging. Linus, if you're watching this, love your tech videos and really wish I had the workroom and bench you have because it's cool. And thank you for doing the PC builds. This stuff is like, look how much it's, look at the real estate it's taking up on the screen. I thought books were like, and unfortunately mine are out of reach. I had to move them from my mini library on the desk here to make room for that, but I should have put one in front of me. Books are cool. You should get a book published. We can help. Okay, 5 different angle configurations. English, French, something, something. Denmark? That'd be German. English, French, Estonian? No, Espanol, Spanish. PT? Don't know. There's 5 different angle positions. EN, if there were any issues with your purchase, please email us at info@soundaddicted.com. Cool. They seem like they care. Thank you for visiting and purchasing our products. Also, please feel free to visit us on the website at soundaddicted.com to browse our brand's full range of products. Scan the QR code to browse our amazing store. We look forward to seeing you again. Have a great day. You know what? I think I'll have my team turn this into an actual... All these little ancillary photographs and stuff would be really cool for a blog post with it in the text. Because I don't think it's going to work if I just hold it up. I mean, I've been trying, but... It don't even work when I'm doing it with the phone right here. So consider that if you're marketing. People go, oh, should we QR code in a book? I'm kind of like on the fence with it for our authors. It's like you have this elegant, really classy looking book, and then it's like, bam. And then it's like, if it doesn't work, you break the whole thing. Just put the stupid website, soundaddicted.com. Like, we get it. Now, I do like them and I try them, but I have not had like 100% reliability with them. If you're in a venue where they're walking by at a table or in a store or something in real life, but I'm not usually walking through an electronic store reading my book. You know what I mean? It's like, think about where your prospect's going to be. And this has nothing to do with this, but whatever comes out goes on video. Think about where they're going to be, because I remember 10 years ago, like I saw these because these were the hot thing, like in the 2010s, 10 plus years ago. And I started seeing them on billboards. Like, really, you want someone driving at 80 miles an hour on the freeway to stop paying attention, pull out their phone, and then try to go like that? Really? Who the heck did you pay to... So they're cool, but think about the use case. I said all that to show you this. It's a picture of the studio monitors. Oh, that's not the things I just got, but see how nice wood looks? That's why I keep it in my car. Some of the newer cars, they're like nice, but they're just, the elegance is like just gone. It's all replaced with computer crap. Like, I want a wood steering wheel and dash and gear shift. And but yeah, so the whole point of this is it's acoustical dampening. Oh, yay, it's not going to blow out the camera, because this is not only sound absorbent, but also light absorbent, which I'm not going to go on a tangent, but there's these things here. So there's 2 of them, and each one is comprised of the different angles. So this looks like that is a big, big piece of insulation. Like, look at this. It's going to blow this thing out. I'll do it for you, though. Is there any way? Does this work? Yeah. I mean, it doesn't have the weight of the speaker. It smells new. But there's this cool little lip here, so it won't slide forward. But if you did want it, and I'm going to have to test this out acoustically, not on camera. There's no way it'd be able to move around, but you could double it up if you want, or if you want it to slant forward. So how the hell is this going to work? Oh, crap. I might have to get new little dually pads, because this looks like the monitor goes on it, but this thing, it kind of looks janky if the monitor is supposed to be sitting on here for acoustical treatment, that would mean it goes on the top of the stand. However, the top of the stand, best I can perceive right now, is the small part, which truthfully, I don't even think is the right size for the thing, unless... I'm going to have to look into that. Why would you put footies on the bottom? Like, that to me looks like that belongs on the ground and everything sits on top of it. Right? Moreover, if the small ones goes on the bottom, there's no footies, and it's smaller, which would make it inherently more unstable. And if the pads are some sort of sound dampening that the speaker sits on so it doesn't move, why is the unfinished side with the footies? This is why you watch unboxings, because I didn't really think it would get that far. I just thought I'd buy the different parts, and then you take this, because truthfully... Yeah. The padding is still bigger. The padding is still bigger than this. So if you were to just put this straight on the desk, you might be fine. If you don't care about the aesthetics and don't want to have to invest another $50-100, whatever those were, or more depending when you see the video, you could just get these and set it directly on there, and you'll for sure get better sound quality and sound dampening. Like I said, the stands, in all honesty, are just aesthetics to me. But if you do isolate them, I guess I could argue that these pads out of the box would have some isolation. Crap. I need the 8-inch pads to fit the speaker, but even this big one is too small. In retrospect, I could have got smaller pads to fit perfectly, But I mean, this thing is nowhere near it. I hate that. If this is supposed to be the top, how is this even going to fit the speaker? We'll find out. The whole point of this is just unboxing, not building out the studio, so I guess I should wrap it up. There's no more room left. That does look good, though. I just literally went to set it down. That's exciting. That looks hot. Looks like it's a studio. So much for keeping this to a half hour. Hope you got something out of this. If nothing else, entertainment. I'll see you on the next one. I should give a call to action. EAPublishingMethodBook.com, Expert Authority Effect Publishing. I was talking about the podcast, EAInterviews.com.